Seconds are almost. We get you ready for students upload. I'm a master. In the meantime.
Hey. Hey. You see them spammers on them? You see them spammers on them? We're not on that. We're not on that with them spammers on them. We're not on that with them spammers on them. You hear what I'm telling you? We linemen and take all the time. That's all I need to do. We linemen and take all the time. I just put out, you know, boy. Take all the time, we linemen. No bad vibes. Press up the like button. Press up the like button. Don't let matter get vexes all the tonight now. As soon as all the join, that should be at 100 one time. The like should be at 100 from the time all the join. Yeah, I tell them all you. Well, let's come here and sit down and watch all your phone. Press the button, boy. Press the button. That should be 100 now. New rule. The live never starting until that hit 100 likes. I should pay to 200. I should pay to 200. I will never start the live until we hit 200 likes. Hey, stop promote your party on my live, boy. Stop promote your party on my. Don't come here to promote your party, brother. Just play music. Don't come here to promote no party. Hey, don't come here and play promoting your party on my live, boy. Wait for lessons, boy. No, boy, relax. Relax yourself, boy. Relax yourself, boy. Not on that, boy. Not on that at all, man, boy. No, boy. No, boy. No, boy. No, boy. Well, since men promoting the thing, let me promote people thing too now, boy. So this Saturday, June the 7th, to have something called Women in Business in Roxborough, the stadium in Roxborough, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's a convention, I believe, for all women who own little small businesses and thing. Or they could go out there and or they could get active, interactive, and taking whatever people have to say, mighty businesses that you might be interested in, things you could learn from and thing this Saturday, in Tobago, June the 7th, Roxborough, big up Tobago one time, Women in Business, right? 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'll go out there. Enjoy yourself, Tobago. We love Tobago. We love Tobago. I'll go out there, enjoy yourself, right? Sunday, June the 8th, deluxe brunch. Talk to all about that already. We'll come back to all this information when the live gets sticky, but just are doing business. This is where it's called business. Right? This is where it's called business. When you want to get your business and your event and your thing shout out and thing, it's business. Just send a little DM, we'll get a nice little price, and we go dubs it up nice. This Sunday, deluxe brunch, one of the very first and new baddest brunches to hit South. We going down St. Madeleine. It's real food, it's real drinks. This Sunday, go and get your tickets. I know someone already went and buy up all the tickets already. There's the last little 2-3 days to get all the little late birds and thing. Come down in the Southlands. Let me enjoy yourself now. Let me enjoy yourselves. You understand what I'm showing you? Live show, June the 21st. I didn't not say that too much. Because tickets just gone. Right? Somebody tell me to tell all you that this is the last week to get general tickets. After that is late bird. That is just somebody tell me to tell all your boys. So I just passing on the information. And from what I hear, it has some kind of party information dropping soon. Do whatever you want with that information. Yeah. You understand what I'm showing you? And every single time, big up Skins Condoms. Or the next brand for safe sex. This is the assorted box. It have natural, it have dots and ribs if you want a little extra. And it have the ultra thin for those who you already not going and feel nothing. But you see that what you're going to be looking for? It's the ultra thin. So you go be protected. But you go feel. You go feel. And then it had the little freaky frickies. It had the little freaky frickies. Chocolate. Who want to bounce and come off and who want to bounce and come off and chocolate. You understand what I'm showing you? And this coming with 4. You know all the rest of them brands and them coming with 3. This coming with 4. So when you think and you cut your flick, you tell yourself, wait boy, thing done there? No, you have one more. You have one more to go for the chocolate lovers. For the chocolate lovers now, boy. But for the real raw dogs. You see the ones on them? You see the ones on them who like it at a different kind of level. And they want to, even though you know you could make a macaroni, girl, we could add more cream to that macaroni. You're telling all there. Slippery slopes. As I just call it. Slippery slopes. Do whatever you want to do with that information. Apparently they had this new thing too. It had this new thing too. Where ladies could, you know, get a little extra little stimulant now, boy. It's a nice little pink pack. Sometime during the show, sometime during the live, I'll show you that one now, boy. Or just go on skins.tt on Instagram and sometime I will show you that one for the ladies. When the ladies want to get a little extra steam in them, it's a thing for that too. And ladies, I know how the story is going to go tonight, so I come prepared. I know the story is going to go tonight. You see all that 3 minutes and he last 2 pumps and he 2 jokes and 2 ride and 2 bunks and it was no. This guaranteeing you 30 minutes. 30 minutes of 30 minutes guaranteed, they say. They say 30 minutes feel bigger, last longer, finish stronger. So all these stories, let's be telling me here. All these stories, let's be telling me here. Fellas, ain't no shame. No, it's a ring. It's a ring. It's not a pill, it's a ring. We don't do pills out here. We don't do pills and potions out here. Slip on thing. Bow. LeBron. You gotta play big tonto thing, you know. You gotta play big tonto thing, you know, LeBron. It's how the men and them who do have it. It's how the men and them who do have it like that. And for the men and them who do have it like that, and looking for that first round to be spectacular. I gotta tell you, boy. Take my shepherd advice. That's all I can tell you. Hey, 30 more likes before we start the live. 30 more likes. Because apparently a little listen now, boy. I'm not starting no live until the live hit 200 likes. We have over 400 people inside of here. And we carry 200 likes. Press your damn phone. Tap it. I don't know what the like button is. Jeez. Let's tap that quick, boy. Let's tap that quick. So that means let's just be playing the ass. That means let's just be playing the ass. So why I have to tell all you to do that? Do let that happen again, eh? Next week, Thursday, if I have to talk to all you again, we go carry it up to 400. Welcome to the DAPPA Talks Live. The live show is coming up very soon, June the 21st. Be in Space Nightclub. Get your tickets. Right? You right? We have something coming up nice in Space before that also. For the fathers and the ladies who want to show the child father a little appreciation. We have something for that too. Right? So, more life, more love, more everything. We'll go into a little more sponsored post and thing later on. But more life, more love, more everything. This is real. This is raw. I'll time your horn first. Okay, Dappa. You ready for this one? Because there's a story. Me and my man, we will call him Peter. Oh, Peter. Me and Peter dealing for like 6 months now. We always going out and always in a date, he giving me flowers and things for no reason at all. And we was happy. Going into the month 8 now, all that done. He stopped come over. He only coming over when he wants sex. And other than that, he ain't coming over at all. So I asked him, what's the problem? I want to know if you vex with me or something. He go look to tell me, I too clingy. So I started push off and distance myself from he one time. We make a year now, or you still make you still last, wait, after this man tell you, you're too clingy, you still last 4 months after that? Big up you, girl. We make a year now, and I asked him to go to Bago with me for our 1 year. He say, nah, he not feeling that. So I say, cool, I'll spend it by myself. So I went to Bago by myself, and while I was in Tobago, I went by a bar in Scarborough named Barcode. They had an event that same night. So I drinking, enjoying myself, and a guy at the bar, let me call him Luke. Oh, Luke. Luke was my cup of tea. So we talking, we drinking, they laughing, and you know when that rum hit your blood, you know that is go. We start to get touchy and loving up. So I studied my boyfriend in Trinidad, but I was like, wife, Kia. I don't want to say it right, but dog, you in Tobago by yourself on your anniversary. I'll come back to that. So I was like, boy, Kia, because he don't care about me. So I took the man by the villa that I was staying, and Dappa, let me tell you, this man me better than my man could have. He just, I don't know, boy. That was the best. Dappa, when I reach home, I leave Peter. Now me and Luke married too. You and you and Luke are married now. 2 years later, and he cheats you good. Dog, I not even mad at that point. I not even mad at that. Sometimes your blessing is in the horn. Sometimes, like as we real baffled to people sticking through nonsense with the significant other, like I talking nonsense, I talking like genuine nonsense. You are telling me that this is all your anniversary. You ask your man to go to Bago for all your anniversary, and he tell you no. Alright, it's not your man. Your man only coming over when it's time to jam. Your man stop give you flowers. Your man stop treat you like how we used to treat you. You go on to Bago and a man show interest now. I don't agree with the horning, but I find as though from the, like I just being real with all you, right? Me going to Bago by myself on my anniversary. Horn. Your horn sure. I am in Tobago by myself for my anniversary. From the time I hit the boat, I single. From the time I hit the plane, I single. So it wouldn't even be on. Let me correct myself. It wouldn't even be on. Because from the time I on the boat by myself, I single. But I'm telling you, I go on my anniversary, I am single. I ain't feel like I go pelt my front first night. I don't feel like I go pelt my front first night. Well, my front go get my front could get pelt. Pause. That just feel like a pause. That feel like something pause worthy. Yeah, no, single. Single. But big up Luke. Big up Luke and big up you and big up your marriage. I hope all you stay together forever. You start nice, man. You start nice. You at 500. Oh boy. Oh boy. Next caller. What's the most you've done for a man/woman that wasn't yours? Alright, good night, Dappa. So, I have this male friend that I know for about a year now, and he had a girl, which was okay with me. The girl was okay with you? Dog, I need all to start typing properly. And I be really told you, even the previous story was a real headache because she had no full stops, and I fight through it. But anyways, so I have this male friend that I know for about a year now, but he had a girl which was okay with me, but his girl didn't like me, so she told him to block me, which he did. But man will be man. And he ended up unblocking me and messaging me on Instagram and told me to send my number. So I sent him my number, and then he blocked me back on Instagram. So now we talking on WhatsApp. Dog, I will never understand the art of telling. I will never understand the art of telling somebody to block somebody. I will never understand the art of. I will never tell my girl to block nobody. If I have to come to tell you to block somebody, dog, my trust in you at that point, very fickle. For me to have to come to tell you to block, like, if I deem something to the level of you need to block that person and you can't see it, slippery slopes, boy. Slippery slopes, boy. Why am I coming to tell you to block somebody and look at what the man do? He blocks she. As soon as he reach home, unblock she, send in a man a girl. Girl card or yeah, block she back. And now you don't even know he talking to she on WhatsApp. So he telling me now that he like me and he don't care if he girl find out about us. So I was like, okay, no problem. A week into us linking, his girl ended up getting sick. So he called me and was like, he have no money to make sure that she good. So I was like, okay, how much you need? Because that's his main girl. Your man is telling you that just now. The man you're linking with is telling you that his girl is sick and he don't have the money to see about she, so he wants you to assist. And you're going to assist. I was like, okay, how much you need? Because that's his main girl. He telling me how she might be pregnant. He telling me that she might be pregnant. So I was like, okay, what are you going to do? He was like, oh, he just need $1,000. So me being the good person, give him it. That's where you see yourself as a good person. You are considering yourself a good person because you are assisting the man who is honing his girl with you. That is how you feel. You're going to consider yourself a good Samaritan. You feel that is the tenfold the Lord does be talking about? You feel that is how the Lord is going to increase your blessing by doing? You feel God is going to increase your blessing because you are helping out the man who is owning it. That is what you feel? He then told me that he will call me when he knows what is going on. Come to find out, she was pregnant and he told me he didn't want the baby and asked me if I could help him with taking care of she and the... Dog, what is going on? What is going on? He then asked me if I could give him money so that she could throw away the... I don't feel I want to read no more stories, boy. I don't feel I want to read no more stories. You end this story by saying, which I helped him with, and then I lock him off because if he could do all that, who is me? I just try to understand where some people's moral standpoints does lie. Because, walk with me. Your conscience came into play by the man asking you to help him throw away the child for his girl, assist him with finances. That is the point in which your morals and your conscience come into play. Zero morals and conscience for the fact that he had a girl so that you would have prevented all of this from the beginning. You had zero morals and conscience from the beginning when he brace you and tell you he don't care if he girl find out this is, you was cool with that. That is what you was cool with. But for it to hit home now, you have to see how dread it could have get with that man before you come to your senses. It needed to get, the red flag needed to be blood. The red flag needed to be blood for you to even get some form of, if he could do, he can't. That. I rate women in it. Like, I rate women. Logics don't kick in at all. This is not a scenario for logics. For the women who are claimed to be so much emotional creatures, why is it that the first emotion does be consideration? And not consideration in the sense of you're considering the person in it. You just considering yourself. You like this man. You're doing it for the plot. Oh, he do this for you. You like him. This man needed to show you his truest of colors. This man needed to show you his truest of colors. For you, the woman does draw the line at the maddest things. Women does draw the line at the maddest things. It does be cool vibes. For things that I would consider mad, it would be cool vibes. A man what you want to tell you, girl, I have a girl and I mean really care about she now. Me and you can function. And you say, okay. What is the point in calling him broke, Victory? What is the point in calling him broke? Him being broke is not even the high point of this story. Him being broke is not even the high point of this story. Broke? That's what you get from this story? That he had no money? Victory, I needed to check your priorities, please. Check your priorities, Victory. Why do we still need to consider if he's broke? We don't need to consider that. That's not even on the spectrum of what we considering here. Even if he had money, he would have been doing the same thing, Victory. Come now, man. And look, Asha have it, look. That man probably have money. That man probably have money. But you know what? Catch a jackass. He catch a jackass. Why I go and spend my 1,000 when I know you could give me it? How much is the put victory on that now. The put victory on that now. I don't feel it that. The put victory on that. Victory girl, the on here. Next caller. A time your horn first. Good night, Appa. When I tell you I didn't want a horn first, but so I was with Jonah for about 4 months. Oh, Jonah. Jonah loved to party and go out with his friends. But I didn't know most of his friends. He told me he was going to a party, but I couldn't go because the area that I living in, it would be real late for me to get car to reach back home. So I told him, go ahead. About an hour into the party, his friend sent me a video and was like, girl, why your man out here horning you? His friend sent you a video? His friend sent you a video? Red flag. So I got up, got ready, and packed a bag to stay by my best friend. So I dropped off my things by my best friend and went to the party. I saw Jonah with this girl that I didn't like, so I went by the friend that told me he was horning me. Me and his friend played it off and left the party with his friend. You'll call his friend Tan. Me and Tan started link on the low, one thing to the next. Me and Tan ended up doing us. After about 3 months later, Jonah found out but didn't know who it was. I mean, girl, go from here now, boy. Girl, go from here now, boy. You see this little form tree story you come to tell me, you go from here now, girl. You come here with your stink little form tree self to come here and tell a story. You feel you want to hear your little dollar jam party little in the back of the class kind of story. You don't want to hear that, girl. What you feel it says, boy? You come by big people to lie with big people and tell big people them kind of girl when you're bed now, girl. All I must is have this girl from on work who I normal with. She want the link, but she does get her man and then don't even talk to me. So she man was her gunman. But go in your bed now, boy. Brethren, go in your bed now, boy. Boy, what's shipping this? You come and talk to big people here, boy. Boy, you and she going on your bed now, boy. Hey, worst first jam experience. Next caller. So, good day, Dappa and viewers. You don't know we just tell the story in the night. I guess when you type this during the day, we'll get you like, good day. Wait, that like across 200 yet? That like still in the 200s? So what they coming on here to do? Them like still in the 200s? Nah. Somebody sort out that now. Somebody sort out that quick for me now, please. When you see new people come inside out here, tell them to like up the live, right? When you see new people come inside out here, tell them like up the live before I get vexed now, boy. When new people come in the live, tell them like it up one time before I get vexed now, boy. Yeah, I'm telling all you. Worst first jam experience. Good day, DAPPA viewers, and you see that DAPPER, don't spell my name like that now, boy. I'll never get my vex. I'm here to speak about not my worst first jam, but my first jam experience. So, I'm a fella with no car. My mode of transport is a bicycle. So boom now. Had this smallie who was a family friend. Let me call she Jane. Oh Jane. Boom flick. Me and Jane planning to link long time. Only steam talking over this phone. Fast forward now, I end up hopping on my bike, riding up the sheet by sheet. That ride was about 20 minutes or something. We don't watch no face. You listen now, we're not judging. I end up by the girl now. And well, her parents home and everything, eh? Night reach me now. Now, I supposed to sleep in the guest room just now. Hold on. You ride your bike for 20 minutes with a spend a night bag on your back to go and spend the night by a girl who parents are going to allow you to spend the night by her? Guest room vibes. So, I supposed to sleep in the guest room, eh? But somehow, I end up in she room under the influence of rude boy and punching. Boy, we started to get real touchy. And Isa man, real love burst. So I start to suck she burst now. My mouth going to work. I feel she hand reach inside my pants and well, things start to escalate. The room dark, eh? I can't see nothing. And she's already a darkie. No shade to my darkies, love my darkies, but I understand the man who's. I love my darkies, but I understand the man who's. So, when it's time now to put my gun inside, I hand her it and let she. No, you're right. You're right. Don't even fight up there. Just, you go ahead now. Go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah. Sometimes, no shame in that much. It have no shame in that much. We've been there. We've been there, dog. We've been there. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gil. Go ahead. So, when it's time to put it inside now, I hand her it and tell she to put it in. Now, I don't know if I was just small or the hole was big, but she whole swallow everything I have. Blue junk. Nah, my dog, boy. Nah, you fall in a see polka, boy. Imagine that now, boy. Imagine you're trying to... You could play drums on them walls, boy. Nah. Nah. The man pour the thing, swallow it whole and me study that and apps. I went through with it. Thing now, we wrap it up. And whole night, I lie down next to she just thinking about if my wood small or if she whole big. But it can't be the second option, Daps. Morning come now, and brother, I hop on my bike and press. She ain't even see me after that. And brother, up to this day, I just still think if it's my God. No, but so I mean, you ain't catch a second flick after that? You know it's for that to be a first flick, boy? He's technically still a virgin, you know? The man I feel nothing there, no skin I pull it, so how you go call that? You can't call that. You can't call that. As far as we concerned, it had no skin to skin. Telling you, I drive on my bike for that, you know. I ride my bike for that, you know, man. You trying to tell me and girl, you know, ushquash, mushquash, boy? Nah. I find like she owing. Next caller. I think somebody, this long, boy. We're on the 17th of April, Ole. We're on the 17th of April. Let me see what's going on here. Tell us a story about your worst dating experience. Good night, Dappa, and everybody tuning in. I get us a little closer now, but I like how we live tonight. Come, you see when I in the studio, the line just be comfortable, you know. When I in the studio, the line just be comfortable, you know. We could lime. We could live when I in the studio, you know. 388 likes and 600 people. We go start again. Though, let me stay good now. Let me stay good. Right? Alright. So, next caller. Tell a story about your worst dating experience. So, a good night, Dappa, and everyone tuning in. Let's call me Step. Oh, Step. For a solid 3 months, I had been building a connection with this girl. We shared countless texts, calls, getting to know each other, and there was a real spark. Finally, the time came for us to meet in person, and we chose Buzo for our first date. For our first date, you choose Buzo? But send me a picture of this girl, boy. Send me a picture of this girl, and I need to see at least a month's worth of conversation that Wally was talking about. I need to see how big a spark that was now, boy. I need to see how big a spark that was. You going to meet a girl for your first date, first time you're meeting this girl in real, and it's Buzo you're going? Whoa, boy. A place that I thought would set a nice atmosphere for our first face-to-face encounter. The dinner itself, lovely. The conversation flowed easily. The food was great. And there was definitely a connection between us. After a pleasant evening, I drove her home, feeling optimistic about where things could go. The following day, I wanted to share part of my life that's important to me. I texted her with a suggestion. Hey, would you be interested in going to church with me? Yes, faith plays a very significant role in my life. So I saw it as an opportunity to let her in on a fundamental aspect of who I am. She agreed to come, even though I sensed it wasn't really her usual thing. The church service went as expected. Afterward, we were leaving and we started talking about everyday things, just, chatting casually. It felt like a neutral moment to open up a bit more. Here's where things took a turn. I decided to share some of my spiritual understandings with her. It's important to understand that my spiritual path involves Orisha, but I hadn't explicitly told her about that as yet. Instead, just now, Orisha. Right, so Orisha are the divine spirits or deities that the Yoruba religion of West Africa and African diaspora religions like Santeria, Vodou, and Kanobi, they are considered messengers of supreme beings and are worshipped throughout rituals and offerings. They are often associated with forces of nature, human ancestors, and the objects that facilitate their convergence. Okay. So, wait, so what church you carry she to then? Alright. I hadn't really told her about that as yet. Instead, I started talking about our broader spiritual concepts, many of which in my understanding connect back to the figure of Jesus. As I was sharing these beliefs, I noticed a shift in her demeanor. She started looking at me with a mixture of confusion and concern, as if what I was saying was completely foreign and perhaps even unsettling. I will address all this just now. She was raised in a Baptist tradition, and the perspectives I was sharing clearly didn't align with her understanding of faith. At one point, she actually voiced a concern, telling me, "Step, you okay? It sounds like you're going a little mad." She off to tell you you're mad, dog. She off to tell you that. Despite her reaction, I continued to share what I believe to be true, trying to explain my perspective. However, the more I spoke, the more distant she seemed to become. We had been dating for a short while at this point, and I truly thought that we were building something. But then it happened. Not long after the conversation about my faith, she ended the relationship. The reason she gave me was directly tied to our discussion about God and my beliefs. It was a stark reminder of how deeply ingrained and different people's spiritual foundations can be, and how those differences can sometimes create an insurmountable divide in a relationship. Woo! I hope you on the live tonight. I hope you're on the live tonight. I hope you're on the live tonight. You see where religion and relationships is concerned? It's have a very thin line if you are walking a very serious road in your religion. Many people don't know, but there's a text in the Bible that talks about being unequally yoked. If you are that serious in your faith and about your faith, you should seek to have or find somebody who is directly involved in your faith. Alright? I will never knock nobody religion. I will never knock nobody believing. But if you are so strong in your beliefs, trying to find somebody to now convince them that this is the belief, and you might think that you're not coming on strong. But something like that comes with gradually letting somebody find and understand their own understanding about the religion. You know? You come and just start to berate the girl, and that's why I say I hope in your life you was berating her with information. You know? You carry her to church. What you supposed to do is, yes, carry her to church. Let her sit in the church, let her soak in and understand her own understandings based on what you or what the teachings are. When you leave church, your only question is supposed to be how you find church was. Simple like that, brethren. How you find church was. If she asks questions, you answer the questions. Literally just that. Answer what question she have. You start to tell the girl about this and that and the ups and the downs and where does worship to this and this. Outside of that, I just try to understand, men especially, when they're going down that road of dating outside and thing, why you doesn't ask or find out what she was into before, or where's her thinking, where's her beliefs, and them kind of things like that. You know, you asking she to go to church. She herself thinking is normal church. But that young lady thought she was going normal church, boy. That girl thought you was inviting her to normal church. Church thing, we sit down, we talk about God. Change your ways, change your life. Jesus coming soon. Or you need to learn more about this, that, and the third. Boom. Normal church, that girl just up to go, boy. She sitting down in that church and telling herself, alright, no problem. Cool. You come out, walk out the church and start you just call them convict and convince. You just call them convict and convince. Dog, that's so tough, boy. Your approach is a hell of a thing. And you can't blame her for taking herself out of the equation, because you come too hard, dog. You come too heavy. And you would find your person, but you need to change your approach. You need to change your approach. Churches are very serious thing, boy. Everybody, I personally find, there's just me. I personally find everybody need to have their own personal relationship with God first. Right? You build your relationship with God on your own. And then we could come together and see what we could build together. So the church going is a step, yes. But I still need you to have your kind of grounding. I need to have my kind of grounding. Even if you don't have a grounding, you need to have a belief. You can have a belief and not be grounded. You understand? But in having a belief, you can get grounded. Alright, brethren. Hope you get on to the next one. Oh, my last thing. I need to say this. I need to say this. Salvation is a self thing. Yes, you could try and feel as though you're put on this earth to bring or draw people closer to God. Yes. But at the end of the day, being saved is a self thing. That person have to want it for themselves. You cannot convince and convict. You are not placed here to convince and convict. That person has to form their own personal relationship with God and make their own personal decision to move by faith and trust God so that they could be saved. You're not going to get style points for convincing and convicting somebody. That is not your purpose. Your purpose is to just give advice and encourage. All of us feel as though all you need to, well, you're doing this and it. No. No. Do not force your beliefs on nobody. Share what you feel is right and allow that person to make sense from nonsense. Everybody big on our sense. Change your approach, brother. Change your approach. You will scare off every single woman you run into unless she's of the same faith. I promise you, you will scare off every single woman you run into with that approach you're doing there. Next caller. Next caller, next caller. A relationship scenario that you need advice on. Dappa brother, I need some advice here. So, I started talking to this woman a few weeks ago. We went out twice and I really like the woman vibes. She's stable and well put together. Living alone, has her own vehicle, and a good government job. I decided to ask her to go away for the weekend, and she agreed. I didn't ask, sorry, but she offered to go half on everything. When we arrived, we went to this beach bar, spent the evening there drinking, and we left the bar and went back to the villa to get some rest to head out for the night. She lying down and I decided to give her a massage. Sorry. Sorry. sorry, I thought I was going to get slippery. Nah, sorry. I thought I was going to get slippery there now. I thought I was going to get slippery there. I decided to give her a massage. She looked like she was into it. So I started kiss she, suck on she breast. Then I suck. Mouth first, boy. You wasn't playing, boy. She decided. She looked like she was into it, so I started kiss she. Suck she breast, then give she the mouth first. I was going to put it in now, and she was like, pour on a condom. Don't feel I don't have it. Don't feel I don't have it. The boss ball, he had one boy. That is why you trust in skins. If you trust in skins, you will never be left with one. You would start with 4. Don't go in without our skins. Alright. I had one condom. So I get up, slip it on, and got down to business. Ain't go light ups. She feel real sweet. She could perform too. She riding me, I pushing her back shot, and she's still performing. After everything, I was waking her up to organize to go out, but she not waking up. So I say, you know what, boy, go back and sleep. The next day now, her whole mood changed. She was withdrawn and spoke to me aggressively. I didn't say anything when we got back home, and then I mentioned it to her, and she said she felt as though I took advantage of her. Dog, look at this switch. Look at this switch. She said she felt as though I took advantage of her because she made sure and told me before we went that she didn't want to have sex. And that I waited until she was drunk and in a vulnerable place to take advantage of her. I told her that we were, but it have nothing you could tell she in that moment, Bridget, but I just rack it up. I told her that we were both into it, and she said that she can't even remember anything from that night. And if she knew I would have taken advantage of her, she wouldn't have gotten drunk like that. Well, Dappa, now this woman have me feeling like I like this woman, but I really don't know how to... No. It's very hard to speak on these types of scenarios, and I would say why. None of us was in the room with her. That is one. None of us was in the room with them. Right? On top of that, we only going based off of what he is telling us. Because I find all they done started thing and say, oh, she mad and she this and she sentence and this and that and anything. All they need to mash bricks. We wasn't there. And the story that we getting here is his account of what went on. Catch all yourself. All you speeding. I not taking no sides in this matter. A matter of fact, she need to come and tell she story. Because he could be telling me something and he could be missing out things here. Or she could just be really mad and we wouldn't really know the truth. All I saying is these things are some of the main reasons. So, I'm sure they are formed with me, right? It's just me personally. I am never a go-to drunk sex person. Like, I'm not the guy for that. And I'll say that with confidence. I'm not the go-to drunk sex guy. I don't like to have sex when I drunk, unless I with my person or something like that. When I say I'm a person, I mean like my person. And on top of that, me, who know me, I don't get drunk easy. I don't get drunk easy at all. If you're trying to get me drunk, you had to leave me to drink and meet me drinking and try to catch up to me so both time. It's very hard to get me on that level. And if I reach to that level, I probably go in and sleep. I don't play these kinds of games. I don't even play the games where you could come and feel like you could tell me these kinds of things. And from the time I realize, the funny thing about this, right? I just lose interest in women who can't remember what they do. I just lose interest in women very fast. When we lime somewhere, and you messaging me to find out what went on the night before, shaky. I wouldn't even try nothing on you, like no point in time after that, dog. From the time I see you start a drink, I cool on you, dog. You can't play. Boy, to tell you the truth, I don't even really remember what went on last night. Now I was just, you do that once. Alright, cool. Twice. 3 times. Dog, from the time you is queen forgetful when you drink, give me a chance, dog. Give me a chance. I don't even feel like you could come on to me in that kind of state. No, dog. Virgin, to tell you the honest to God truth, apologize. You know the right in it, and you know what you did in your mind was consensual. I just saying this based off of you, right? Don't know her story. Apologize. even though you know you was in your right, or both of you were in some form of a right frame of mind, there are instances, and let me say something too. This is not to bash women, but there are instances where women regret what they do and they make it look as if they were forced to do what they did. She could have been in a position where she tells herself she didn't want to be easy. And women are very manipulative as well as men. She could have been in a position where she tells herself she didn't want to look easy. Or they went out there, or they jam, and she now is judging herself for giving it up on the first little spend a night or whatever. So she needs to find a way out to make it look like if she didn't want to be in it. That could be the case. Whatever the case is, this is not your wife. This is not your girlfriend. This is not your future babe. She's not what you want her to be. All you need to do right now is apologize, stand on what you thought it was, and leave that young lady alone. It's a real gal out here. It's a real gal out here. Leave, dog. That is not a young lady you should be continuously pursuing. Especially with that kind of tactic. Brother man, just leave that young lady. You will get yourself in bigger problems. Next caller. That live not on 500 yet. Them likes not at 500 yet. Nah, I do have 650 some people inside here. It could never have 650 some people inside here. And my likes on that phone. Nah. Look, my dog started going too. Look, my dog, don't tell Lily hush day. Don't tell Lily hush day. Do what she telling you to do. Don't tell Lily hush day. Get up. Yeah, I'm telling you. Get that up. Pick up Lily. Worst first jam experience. Dappa, I was on a live all night and I just had to share my experience from the ones that I heard. So I meet this Mr. in a maxi and he wanted the link. So I gave him it since I was single at the moment. We started talking and stopped for a while because I ghosted him 3 months later and he messaged me and we started back talking. A day while I was doing my last exam in Form 6. Nope. Finish your exam. Finish your exam. You know what I'm telling you? Next caller. Maxi man. Form 6. Ogom. Me and mine all the linemen here. I mind that all the linemen actually. I do mind that all the linemen. Don't tell no story now, boy. Lime now, boy. I know your finger that's itchy to say you want to be included in big people thing. But your mother does always tell you, you will get to that age. Wait. Live your life as a young person. Relax yourself. You hear baby people talking. You're not even supposed to be listening to baby people talking. But you're listening. Listen in the corner. How your ears perched in the corner. You don't throw your mouth in baby people thing just because you do it. I cut your ass. That is what. If I had my belt on, man, no, I cut your ass. Where do you doing people business? You inform sex and then baby people business, you know? You know that? You know if I had my belt, I cut your ass. Because you had exam, but you're coming to tell story. You can't write no story in the exam room. I can tell you that. And if your mother message me and tell me you're not doing good in your schoolwork, I will tell she a bullying maxi man. I will tell your mother that instead of studying your book, you're studying to give maxi man your number because you're single and you want a job. I will tell your mother. Come off the live and pick up your book. Don't let me talk to you again. Alright. Next caller. What's the most that you've done for a man/woman that wasn't yours? Good night, Dappa and family. Good night. Now, I didn't know if to put this story for this option. Worst first jam experience or worst dating experience. So I had this ex. Well, not even my ex, because me and the man was never really together. I just didn't read the signs back then. The fellow was a footballer who we would call Judas. Oh, Judas. Now, I got to know him because I used to play football also. A day when I had a one-on-one with one of my coaches, I saw Judas for the first time. When he saw me for the first time, I thinking, he asked me for my number and whatever. I started ranking him. After a few tries, he started playing dissing me because I blanked him. So I was like, whatever. Next day now, I see him message me on Instagram. And that is when I realized this man didn't see me before. Apparently, him and my boyfriend at the time was, how you get mad? How you get mad? How you end up? Anyways, let me show the story quick. Apparently, him and my boyfriend at the time was in a football club together, and he would have seen when my boyfriend post me on social media. My boyfriend at the time, who we will call Redo, was very nice. Also, apparently, brethrens with Judas. But boy oh boy, he couldn't leave the hose alone. Every time I brought it up, he would try to gaslight me. He was always going on breaks and falling back together. I used to play football as well, so that evening I went to training, and as usual, only to bounce up Redo and Judas. Well, my cheeks started clap. But at the time, they didn't know that I was talking to both of them. Oh boy. They didn't know that I was talking to both of them. So I play like me and see Judas, and I only talking to Redo. Training over now, and Judas stopped me to ask me if we passing each other straight now. Say, passing me straight now. At this time, me and he was in about a week of talking. Me and Redo was still on and off. Boom now, me and Redo come and done for what we thought was serious this time. Judas was something like Redo, you know? Sweet talk like that. But I realized Judas didn't like to spend his money at all, which should have been a sign for me, but I ignore it. That's how all of the guys ignore them red flags. At the time, I was a virgin, and he was always specific about what he liked. So I was buying things like food and clothes for this. Judas catch one. Judas catch one. Redo not getting food and clothes, but Judas getting it. I was buying food and clothes for this man, buying new shorts, skirts, just because he liked it. And well, we big now, so all you know how that goes. Time went by, and the breeze did blow, and it blew me on the way to Judas to do the big people thing. Mind you, I was traveling, and Judas and Redo lived in the same area. Reached by Judas now, and we watching Netflix. And he started rubbing his hands all on my thighs, grabbing up my breast and thing. I playing it cool. Whole time, I ready. Ocean mode on. We started making out, then one thing led to the next. He eating me out like it had no groceries at his. Oh my goodness. Judas hungry. Judas hungry for it. He eating me out like it had no groceries in the house. Jesus. He started fingering me, but then he rushed the foreplay. Keep in mind, Judas break me out. Trying to put in his wood now, and it's hurting bad. And it ain't wanna go in, but he forced it in. Salute for that, ladies. Let's put that out there. So now I bowling for the first time, and I didn't know what to expect, but that shit was not what I was expecting. I bled. After all that now, I asked this man to bathe. You know he go tell me he grandmother. Nah. You know he go look to tell me he grandmother sleeping, so I gotta go man bathe. But he could give me some white. That not funny. That not funny. That not funny at all. That not funny at all. That real disrespectful, boy. That real disrespectful, boy, dog, boy. Damn, I wonder if he knew just now. I wonder if he knew he took your virginity. That one. But to even do that, knowing you take and you. It's a cool wool out here, boy. It's a real cool wool out here, boy. Oh, Lord. I took the wipes. It was better than not clean up myself at all. We reached out the road for me to get a car. And right in front of my face, he was calling out to a girl who walking down the road. I immediately turned up. He had hair, but he was taller than me, so I grabbed his hair and pulled him down to me and gave him 2 hot ones. Just, why, all the girls? That is why he doing that. That is why he doing that. Your persona seem to warrant that kind of behavior. Your persona seem to warrant that kind of behavior. Send home. And look what you're doing. Your persona telling him, what you doing here? Normal. I give him 2 hot ones. He started to cuss me, and we had a little argument right there on the main road. But he still wait for me to get a car. Good fella. He didn't even bother to call or message to find out if I reach home. And that bothered me so bad. So you can message him and say, but you dumbo. Sorry. I put you in a car. Jump in your car, you reach home. You don't know it's to tell me you reach home? I had to ask you if you reach home. Oh Lord. He didn't even bother to call or message me to find out if I reach home. And that bothered me so bad. I called him in the night and asked him if he breaking me. He started railing up with me and telling me he didn't know. I went to the pharmacy 2 days after, which was as soon as I could, and bought myself a plan B just for safety. I don't know if it was the fact that I realized I was used or the plan B, but I cried that whole afternoon after taking it. if all they notice, the moral is, I was buying things for this man, let him break me out instead of the man that I was already with. And after me and Judas got together that night, he ended up ignoring me after, and I became the one running him down. When Redo and I got back together, I told him about me and Judas. All the way that man get on, you swear me and he was together, you know. He went off with some of his friends and beat up Judas. So, the hey, you're lucky you ain't get some man too. Hey. Now, before y'all get ahead of yourselves, I only told Redo because I didn't want him find out from elsewhere. Fast forward a month ago, I got to find out that Judas was showing people the video he made breaking me out, which... She says she was unaware of the video. If you want me to believe that he was actually unaware of the video, Judas need an next cut ass. Judas need an next cut ass. If you didn't know that Judas was videotaping you in that flick, Judas need an next cut ass. 1 and 2. He need to be in jail. He need to be in jail if he was unaware. Judas need to be in jail. Next caller. Good day, DAPPA and others. A relationship scenario that I need advice on. In this situation, I'll be talking about a guy friend, or what I thought was my guy friend. I don't even know. Just for context, I was what I would consider almost a girl best friend or whatever. Seeing as he always ringing on my phone every other day and we always talking. Now, I'll take it back to around January where I just got out of a weird relationship and I was venting to the guy friend about what the ex was doing and whatnot. He seemed super supportive of everything I was saying about the ex and didn't really think much of it. I should also let you know that in the past, we kinda sorta dated. It was a little situationship to me, but to him it was a relationship. But I digress. Anyways, fast forward now. We constantly sleeping on our call because I feeling a little. I say, man, dog, I don't know boy best friend doing that. Dog. I don't know no fella on the phone with the girl best friend falling asleep. That is what you used to do in secondary school when you had my line. And you, look, I don't even talk on phone, you know. I hate to talk on phone, you know. Dog, for me to be so, for more than 5 minutes, I annoyed, you know. Headphones and all. Dog, warm boy. Yeah, girl. I up. We do. Oh, Charon. No, yeah. What? By that time for that boy, dog, boy. Go in your bed. I see quickest running time I hear clook. Go in your bed, dog. Go in your bed. So, here's where things started to get weird. Eventually, I got back to normal. Not really calling him so much, but he keep asking me to call almost every day. It got so bad to where sometimes he would call out of nowhere and I would just watch the phone ringing and not pick it. Wow. Anyways, it's other day we were sleeping on a call. Keep in mind that he's a sleep talker. So on the call, ISTG. What all the youths, what ISTG mean? On the phone, ISTG, I hear him. What I oh boy, they get me real vexed these days, boy. Oh, they get me real vexed these days, boy. Why one boy? You typing so proper. Full stops, commas, everything. Woody jail is IST. Dog, let's stop that now, boy. ISTGS? Alright. On the call now, I swear to God, dog, look my gray hair somewhere there. No? My ass neat tonight, but look, bow, gray hair. Bow, gray hair. Type now, boy. So on the call now, I swear to God that I hear him sleep talking and saying, I love you and my name. Followed by some moans. Now, I just get real silent and pretend that I was sleeping and that I didn't hear that. Later on, I mentioned to him that he sleep talks and he asked me what he said. I just told him it would be kind of awkward to talk about it and we just ended that convo. But I could tell that he was still curious to know what he said. Anyways, we sleep on a call together again and lo and behold, he telling me I just be sleep talking. So I had to basically bet Uno reverse. Hit your Uno reverse and you fall for it. Anyways, I had to basically beg him before he told me what I said. And this man telling me I said I regretted dating my ex and about how I said if he was living closer, I would choose the guy friend and all kind of craziness where I supposedly went into detail about the better personality traits that he has compared to my ex. So both all is two mad people, boy. Both all is two mad people, boy. You having an actual conversation. So forget he just love you, Stacy. You are in full conversation. Oh Lord. So, mind you, this call supposedly lasted like an hour. You telling me I went into all them details in an hour? And mind you, I didn't agree with half the things he was saying, eh? So how I could be telling you that? Anyways, I've also had multiple sleepovers with family and no one has ever said that I sleep talk because I made sure to ask them. Anyways, kinda just shrugged off the whole ordeal and moved on. Now we sleeping on a call again and this man is sleep talking, supposedly asking me to cuddle and hug him up. Deadass said I miss you and like he was calling and moaning my name. Look, this story getting annoying. Aside from that, he just also tries to help me with literally everything and got me something for my birthday. So in my head, I'm thinking maybe he likes me. Fast forward, I wanted to comfort him, to confront him, and ask him if he likes me or something. So I pretend to drunk text him and ask. But then he come talking about how we shouldn't talk because he feels like I'm scrutinizing his trustworthiness. And when I ask him why he acts a certain way, he doesn't. When I ask him why he acts a certain way with me, where he doesn't do all this stuff with his other friends, He tells me, I don't know, we just do. So at this point, I don't even know what to say about that again. I'm all kind of bit ignoring him. Mind you, he now say we shouldn't talk as much, and he still spam texting me like, someone please tell me what to do. If you ever tell a story again, if you ever lose the key of your freaking brain to come here and tell a story again, I will find you and I will tell your mother what you just be doing up late when the night come, when she think you in your bed sleeping. If you ever come on big people freaking time to tell your bullshit stories on them, and you come here to waste we time, I will find out who he is. I will get in contact with your parents and let them know the reason why you're not doing well in school is because it has been on big people timing, on big people live, trying to get a little kick out of telling big people stories that you're not even supposed to be in. You know what kind of stories of flex we could have been cutting in them 20 minutes you had me telling you nonsense? What is the most you've done for a man/woman that wasn't yours? I gave this man $500,000. Guyanese? $500,000 what? Big up everybody from Guyana. Big up everybody from Guyana. Because one boy, ooh, this story will be a bit long, so top up your drink. Not top up your drink. Hey, just now, boy, just now. Just now. Just now. Just know, just know, just know. Just know. Right. Tell a story about a good for nothing man/woman. Hi, Dappa. I was contemplating for a while to even tell the story. Came to the conclusion that I will. I didn't see the red flags while it was happening, but if my experience could help someone in the future, I'll tell my story. This story will be a bit long, so top up your drink. So I'm a female, 27 years of age, and this story happened about 4 years ago. Alright, I was 23, but it still affects me to this day. I had a friend. Let me call her Sugar. Oh, Sugar, because she's a really sweet girl. Sugar would have reached out to me in an emergency situation saying that she needed someone to watch her boyfriend's elderly father for a couple days. We'll call the boyfriend Doggo because he's a dog. Anyway, Sugar reached out to me and asked if I could watch Doggo's elderly father for a couple days because she was on her last week of work and Doggo owns a business that needs him there daily. Of course, I agreed without hesitation because she was my friend and a friend in need. Mind you, they live Mearu and I Curep. What? They live Mearu and I live Curep. The arrangement was Dogo would pick me up in the morning for the couple of days and drop me back home when they get home from work. At the time, I was fine with the arrangement because I grew up with my mother not allowing me to sleep over at people's house. So that was instilled in me. Even at my 27 years of age, living right now, if anybody offered me to sleep at their place, the answer is still no. Monday morning, bright and early, Dogo is outside my house, ready to go up Mearu. We set up mornings and whatnot. Wasn't familiar with him. I wasn't familiar with him, just know him the couple of times that I went to Lime with Sugar. Dogo proceeds to tell me, "You so pretty. I was watching you from the last Lime we had. I like how you just carry yourself." Then proceeds to tell me how much girls he used to get back in the day and the amount of games he used to play. Real admiring his promiscuity. I should mention that Sugar and I were the same age, which was 23 then, now 27. And he was significantly older, probably 7 to 10 years older. So he's telling me all the racket that he used to run, and I don't know if it was to impress me, but I praying for us to reach Mearu fast. Because I done uncomfortable and all I saying is, yeah, for real crazy, that is true. And big man not getting any hint at all that I just don't care and I didn't ask. Fast forward now, got there. Reached there and Sugar was already dressed for work. Almost on her way out. She hugged me, thanked me so much for my help and left. Now I am alone with Togo. He gave me a tour of his house. Nice house. Showed me all the medication that I need to give his father and what time to give him it, what the dad likes to eat, portion sizes, and it was now revealed to me that he would be paying me for the couple of days. There's new information. Made the awkward car ride better. Thanks for the compensation for my uncomfort. I in the kitchen now, going over what they have in the fridge and thinking of what to make for the dad to eat today. Dogo in the bathroom getting ready for work and his phone starts ringing. I call for him to come and get it. He comes out the bathroom and says, "Hand me a day." Mind you, my back is turned because I am washing vegetables to prepare lunch. Dappa, you're lying. You're lying. It have no way. It have no way. It have no way. Dogo is in the kitchen with the penis fully erect. It have no way. Lie. Hand mama phone there now. Hand mama phone there. And Dogo could. Yeah, got mama phone there now, girl. Just admit. All those get run out of towel there, girl. I run out of towel there. No, don't worry now. I will dry my skin. Don't worry yourself. Don't worry. What this? Normal nah. No, no. Hey. Oh God, oh. This man is fully erect in his boxers, penis damn near touching his knees. My gasted has been flabbered because how and why you so hard and why your penis staring at me. Hand Dogo the phone and pretend like me ain't see a thing. While after, he come out fully dressed. Thank God. And giving me a summary again of what to do and how to do it. And then says, I will call you during the day to check up on you and see if you need anything. And if the dog shit and pee in the house, just clean it, right? Fast forward to evening time. Sugar is home from work now and we having guilt talk. Doggo calls me to ask if I want him bring anything for me. I declined, obviously, because I already traumatized from seeing Mr. Penis earlier today. And the less I see, the better. He gets home and after all of us are in the kitchen making dinner. Conversation led to them convincing me to stay the couple of days because the drive from them planning to bowl you. Them nah. Hey, nah. Sugar, dice what you doing, boy? Sugar, you setting up that girl to get bull, boy? Nah. So, they convinced me to stay a couple of days because the drive to and from is a lot. So tomorrow you will carry me for clothes. Sugar then announced that she's going to bed. So now is me and dog going in the kitchen alone. However, I'm a bit more relaxed because he girlfriend home. So obviously, he not going to try nothing with me, right? Right? Wrong! I face in the sink, so my back to Doggo. Doggo proceeds to grab my ass and touch my cat in one swift mo... Nah. Doggo is a serial cheater. Nah. Doggo proceeds to grab my ass and touch my cat in one swift motion. I didn't even get time to register the assault. He hugged me from the back and Dappa, Mr. Penis, is awake yet again. Doggo will whisper in my ears, "We will wait till Sugar go and sleep. If you have hair down there, I will leave a razor behind the shampoo for you to..." Something wrong here. Something wrong with this little account here. Because Doggo seems too comfortable and prepared. So, Sugar tell he something. He hears something about you. He probably hear you easy or something. Nah. Now, we listen and we don't judge, eh? All of this happened in about 5 to 10 seconds. So my body didn't go into fight mode fast enough to push him off. Afterwards, yes, I did say, I'm not interested. If you continue, I will tell Sugar. And don't try no dumb shit like that with me again. Leave me alone. All the phrases that indicates I don't want nothing to do with you. After that, his persistence did die down. So I thought, great, he got the memo. The time was about 9 p.m. The house in darkness and there's no sound coming from their bedroom. I am in the room next to theirs, but it has no door, so it's very much... Dog, where are you sleeping? It has no door, so it's very much open. I now decided to go and bathe because I thought that it would be a good idea to bathe when everybody is asleep. Guess what? The shaver was really behind the shampoo, and of course, I didn't use it. The time is now a few minutes after 12, and I'm conversating with a guy that I met earlier that year who is now my boyfriend in this present day. He's asking me, well, how your day went, and well, I leaving out all the details of Doggo being a creep. Alright, B, glad everything working out. If you need anything, let me know. I go in and sleep now. I have an early morning tomorrow. So my boyfriend went to sleep, and I went on YouTube because I ain't really sleepy yet. A couple of minutes after, I feel the edge of the bed sink in. And I whip my head around because I want to know why the hell the dog jumped on the bed. Well, Dappa, the actual dog would have been better. When I turn around, doggo looking down on me, and all of a sudden take it upon himself to put his hands on my breast and open my leg to touch me, rubbing up on my skin. Now, I was always a girl that say, if that ever happened to me, I would beat that person ass. If somebody take it upon themselves to ever touch me like that. But in that moment, it was happening to me, and my body wasn't too shocked to move, scream, or beat his ass. Me not fighting back, even though my body is in shock, probably meant to him that, yeah, she likes it. Let me shift her under. Well, I could hear the live now. All you stop yelling at me. I was 23 and young, and I've never been SA before. However, when he did get comfortable enough to try to shift my underwear, I jumped up and told him to stop. Told him to leave me alone. I don't like you, I want nothing to do with you. But I wasn't yelling though. I was speaking very sternly and quietly because I didn't want to wake anyone up, and definitely didn't want him to go into defense mode and knock me out in the mid, or put me out in the middle of the night in Mayaro alone by my. Wait, girl, you in a real sticky situation. You in a real sticky situation. Fight or flight supposed to still say, but girl, whatever, boom, boom, find your way home from Mayaro. But I understand. I understand the mental place that you was in is frightening. You imagine this young lady is living in Europe and is staying by she friend in Mayaro and experiencing this. Baby girl, I sorry you went through this, boy. And you're in a position where you're helpless. Nah, boy, dog, boy. After going back and forth with him telling me that I will enjoy it, and oh, I would come so much times, he finally decided to leave after I told him that I would go and wake Sugar up if he doesn't leave. And big man thing, Sugar, if you're on the live, I know by now you probably done put 2 and 2 together because you would have. The areas probably is not the same areas, but you know this young lady who telling the story, and if you're still with Doggo. One time I messaged the guy that I was talking to, which is my boyfriend now, and said, can you come get me please? I think I just got SA'd, along with the location. I called and nothing. No answer. I had nobody else to call, so I had to wait until he saw it. I didn't sleep that entire night. When the morning came, I was mute. Same routine from the first day, what meds to give, what to give dad, what to make for him to eat, etc. No eye contact with anyone, just nods and a few years for emphasis. They left, and I'm now alone plotting my exit. I went to tell dad that I will not be back later, and I'm going to leave him in a couple of hours. My boyfriend said, oh, this message long, boy. We're reading this story. We're finishing this story. I will read every bit of this story. So, the man finally saw the message, and the man lives Diego Martin, and I kid you not, it felt like he was there in 30 minutes. I only communicated with Sugar and told her that I have an emergency of my own and my boyfriend is on the way to get me, and I left. Left Dad there all alone by himself watching TV. Told him that I'm coming back later. That man probably still waiting for me to come back. We ain't done now. Story ain't done yet. I still have some more. A while after, I don't know if it was a couple days or weeks, but I got messages from an unsaved number offering me a deal I couldn't resist. The deal goes as follows. I'll rent a place for you and put you in the apartment. The place will be yours. You don't have to spend nothing. I will do everything for you. I will take care of you, and the only thing you need to do is let me jam you whenever I want, however I want, and you can't tell me no. And no one. You could have your boyfriends, but when I want you, I could get you. You need to stop being a little girl and be a grown woman and realize that this is a good deal. Send me their messages. I want to see their messages. I need proof of their messages. If you're on the live now, send me their messages now. I want to see their messages. So I replied and was like, let me get this straight. I don't need or want anything from you ever. Keep your disgusting offers and choke on them. I'm not interested in absolutely nothing that you have, especially whatever you have in your pants. You need to stop acting like a little girl and start being like a big woman. Help me understand. I'm a little girl because I don't want some old ass man touching me. Even though I communicated that I'm uncomfortable and told your grown ass to stop. You know what that is? Essay. You know what essay is? A crime. I reiterated, I don't want you or anything you have to offer me. My boyfriend takes care of me extremely well. Well enough that I wouldn't even look in your direction. He has your information, knows where you live, so be thankful that I'm begging him to leave the situation alone. You should be happy that I haven't told Sugar anything because the man send you that message? Dog, how? But this man need to be in jail, boy. You need to bring back hanging. I don't feel to read the rest. But Dappa, I wish I could have forgotten the situation. If I had only trust my guts in the car, right, I'd have told him to carry me back home. I also see why my mother never wanted me to sleep out in anybody's place. And I don't talk to that friend again. She reaches out now and again. We last spoke a couple months ago and I asked her if she's still with Doggo and she replied yes. I didn't reply. I know life is probably asking why I didn't tell my friend. We were 23 going on 24, still young. She just left her job to take care of his dad. Her dad is dead. Her mom is abusive and I was her only close friend that she could have been comfortable to go by. I decided that I would just take the experience on my chin and leave sis be. As long as she has a place to stay and he takes care. So I take my essay like a champ and just remove myself. I could make jokes about it now, but sometimes I beat myself up because I really saw the red flag. Sometimes I think that if it was a setup, but for some reason I couldn't believe that she would do something like that. But you know what did I say? Friendless career. Nothing funny about the story. I personally, you find that you yourself shouldn't joke about it. Taking it on the chin is probably the worst thing you could do. You are right in saying you're not sure if it's your friends that are that or whatever is their situation. That man don't deserve to be roaming through Trinidad a free man. That man don't deserve to even feel comfortable enough to call you or text you that he still wants something out of you or from you. Or that man is only one thing that man deserves. to be right next to P. Diddy. It's have real fellas out here who women protecting. And I would say though, and we're going to say a real controversial and sad, is where that sometimes you could speak out and the person get away with it. I'm glad you're okay now. I'm glad you're probably in a little blissful relationship. I hope your boyfriend continue to treat you as he should. Continue to love you. I hope he knows the full extent to that story so that he knows never to even come close to projecting anything close to reminding you of that scenario. I genuinely hope that you're at a point in your life now where it's just love you're receiving, because something like that should never define or shape your future. And I hope you grow from it. To the friend, if you're on the live and you feel like this story is about you or your man, to that friend, I hope you are okay also. For the portion of the story that negates your involvement in this, and we are of the belief that you are unaware that your man is such a creep, I hope that you are also okay and you get out of that situation. If for any instance you were a part of or are a part of, you also deserve what coming to you. And notice I say what coming to you, because something coming to him. And if you had any involvement in it, something coming to you too. When that time comes, just know that you deserve it. So, to the young lady, love and light. As I say, this was probably the longest raw confessions we ever tell. It was worth it. It was very informative. Ladies, it's very hard to see the worst in people that you consider your friends in the moments. You would do because of your personality. Them scenarios just be some of the tricky ones where you can't really give no kind of advice, because that is not a scenario you would think could ever happen to you. She say it in her story. She always tells herself, if that happened to she go do that, she go do that. It happened, and she frees up. Let me end this with a nice one now. Let me end this with a nice one. Let me end this with a nice one. Tell a story about a good for nothing man / woman. Good night, Dappa and viewers. I just listen to your live every now and then, and I just say, but men real stupid and woman real wicked. But I never thought that I'd be a person who would have a story to share here. I met this woman in 2023 on Instagram. I slide in her DMs. We started to talk, and I got the opportunity to take her out. We went out a few times within a month. And well, after a month, one night while I was dropping her home, I heard her said, "You wanna come inside?" Now, you know I light up like a Christmas tree. That night, Dappa, fantastic. By the way, let me call this woman Lila. Oh, Lila. Lila plays nice, clean, smelling good, everything. She ain't waste no time. Soon as you reach inside, she started kiss me. Action one time. I spend the night everything. Next thing now, I reach home and the devil came my way. My ex started ringing on my phone. Now, bear in mind, we broke up a week before I started talking to Lila. Calling and messaging my phone, and I just ignoring everything. I's not the good for nothing here, all yeah? After 2 weeks, wait, just now, what going on there? So your ex had a ring on your phone, and they broke up with her a week before you start talking to Lila. My ex and I were together for 5 years, so I say, oh gosh, I'll try to make it work with her. Oh good, you go back with your ex, dog? Again. So, about 2 weeks straight, Lila calling and messaging on my phone, and I just ignoring everything. After 2 weeks, Lila stopped. Bam. 2 months later, my ex and I, we done again. Some months later, we in March 2024, Lila posts her status looking delicious. So I say, let me try my hand. I like the status and comment with her heart eyes. See, she like the heart eyes, so I say, that seems to be like an invitation day. It's already, you look really beautiful, and well, small talk start from there. Of course, she hit me with the, so you jam me, breaking me, and goes. What? So you, me, breaking me, and ghost me? How you gonna respond to that one, Dappa? I just say, yeah, I was going through something. My ex kind of pop up and say she was pregnant and I didn't know what to do. Oh gosh, I had to lie a little bit. My ex wasn't really pregnant. Anyways, seemed like she forgave me. But I don't know. I hurt her and I did shit. So I'm trying to play Dora the Explorer. Booked a trip and took her to Cancun in July and Panama in August. She's a teacher and I work offshore, so that was our vacation time. I even took her to visit my brother in New York in December. What, boy? And even Panama, Cancun, and New York in the same year. We spent Christmas in New York in December. Fast forward now. Keep in mind, we spend most nights by each other. Even when I'm offshore, she's in my place. Here we are now, April 2025. Whole weekend, I trying to get on to Lila. She told me she was going to one of her friends' wedding from Friday the 18th to today the 23rd. I've been trying to get to... You? From Friday the 18th to today the 23rd, I've been trying to get on to this woman and no answer. She put me say, alright, she did say she would be busy. My sister pulled up by my house, walk inside and say, but how come you didn't tell me you and Lila done? I was like, what do you mean? My sister turned her phone to show me a picture with this woman in her wedding dress. In her wedding dress. The wedding she told us she was going to a she wedding. My sister knows someone who went the wedding, so they sent us a set of videos. You know it's my woman doing first dance and cutting cake with her husband, and these deceitful friends of hers doing bridesmaids dance. So I sent her the pic and said, congratulations. You know this good for nothing woman would reply and say, thanks, karma is happening. Nah. Hey, hey. Woman is the greatest, boy. Woman is the greatest. That girl hold her hurt for 2 years. You know? She hold her hurt and say, she must tell she man, going on a little trip and saying, I'll never be surprised by these stories, boy. I'll never be surprised by these stories. Well, yeah. Hey. June the 21st, live show. Right? June the 21st, live show. Space Nightclub. Get there early. Giveaways like rain. Hampers like rain. Vibes like rain. Steam like rain. Laughter like rain. Oh, they come out. Come out. Come out. Come out. Let me ram out Space Nightclub. Let me ram out Space Nightclub. Let me ram it out to the point that people are to stand up. All the chairs full, people are to stand up. We had to force more chairs to fit. Let me ram it out. Right? More life, more love, more everything. This is real. This is raw.